Hey, it's Kaine.
Hello, hi, Harmony Kyrus. Architect of Calamity.
Hey, Nikolas here. Thanks for submitting your guys' questions.
Hey, it's Kite Hasegawa from InvictaVT. Hello.
And I'm Taiga, kitty bartender extraordinaire, kitty that's also on his last life out of 9. And lastly, a part of the vtuber group Invicta. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. What we are doing today is we are going to be answering a ton of questions that you guys sent into us as celebration for our 2nd anniversary as Invicta. We're super excited to go through these questions, and we can't wait to see what you guys have in store for us. Hope you guys enjoy. Would you ever adopt a cat sibling for Oliver? You know, that is a very good question that I maybe can answer. I'm not too sure, because Oliver kind of sprung up in my life in a way that I never expected. Basically, long story short, is that he followed me home. He's kind of a whore, though. I don't think he can handle having a roommate, because he wouldn't be able to deal with having to share the spotlight with someone else. Also, he's an attention just like his daddy, so is what it is, I guess.
Where do you get all your memes? I just follow some curse stuff on Instagram, Twitter, pretty much any form of social media that I'm browsing through. I'll just be like collecting memes here and there, you know?
If you had to choose between saving the MCs or His Majesty, who would you pick? Well, know that I am always sworn to His Majesty. He is my #1 priority always. However, if danger or injury were to ever befall the MC, I would be remiss if I didn't say I would jump at the chance to save them.
Do you have any pet peeves? Why, yes, I do. I have so many because I'm so old, but I'll just give you 3. Repetitive sounds, like pen clicking in a quiet room, constantly being on your phone. This mostly applies if I'm hanging out with you, because it's just really disrespectful in general. Lastly, the one that probably gets on my nerves the most, even if it doesn't happen often, it annoys me so much. When people do not place things back where they were. I don't care if you had to use it, that's totally fine. It's when you don't put it back where you first got it, because now I have to hunt down for it. I might be old, but I'm not that old to forget if I moved it or not.
You shared that Cosmania was a banger experience. If you could take all of Invicta to one place for a holiday, what place would it be? I, thankfully, in my younger years, was able to explore so many different parts of the Philippines back when I used to live in Manila. And there was one place that was very special to me, and that was all the way up north in Batanes. They're so particular about maintaining their culture and trying to avoid the islands from becoming tainted by modern takes that a lot of the tourist destinations are in different countries. And it was just such a unique experience, and I feel like that's a place I would want to take the brothers so that they could experience the magic that Batanes had that I was able to experience when I was younger. Hopefully it would still be just as magical when we go.
If you had to assort all members of Invicta into different cat breeds, what would they be? You know, the thing about people who like cats, I feel like it's different for people who prefer dogs, because when you ask like a dog owner about their dog, they will tell you the exact breed, type, coat. And then with cats, some people can like name cat breeds, but half the time they'll just be like orange cat, black cat, tuxedo cat. And I think it's also because of like the whole thing about like tabbies and most cats, it's hard to tell their breeds. But if I had to assort all members of Invicta into different cat breeds, I'd probably just be a regular black cat. I think Nico would also be a black cat, but he'd be like, I don't know, I feel like he'd be fluffy. It's because he has fluffy hair, right? Kite kind of gives me Bengal energy. Maybe it's like his colors, personality, very active. Kaine would probably be, I don't know, so fancy white cat that has like a really fluffy tail. Harmony would be like the biggest cat breed, and it'd be like a very like long, luscious creamsicle coat with white and orange, and everyone would have murder mittens. I think that's the best way to describe everyone.
Do you have a favorite anime character? I think my favorite anime character is gonna be Simon from the anime Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. He starts from the bottom, right? He's just like a little miner, a little digger, and he stumbles upon this robot. You know, he didn't always come from a favorable background, and somehow he manages to make it, you know, at the cost of losing people, but kind of relate to him somehow.
Outside of the MCs, what is your favorite thing about streaming? A hard question, because everything I do is for the MCs, including streaming and content creating. That said, I really do love the creative process, everything about it, and making sure that my creative visions come to life. There's nothing more rewarding than watching something that I've worked on be enjoyed by everyone. So, again, the MCs are my favorite thing about streaming.
Is Jesus your roommate? I've never had a roommate.
To you, what is the good kind of musk? Man, I don't know. A good kind of musk is pretty subjective. It really depends on what your receptors receive. And there's different kinds of musks, so I don't know if I have a really good answer to that. My musk smells good, I guess, so yeah, that doesn't answer the question. Oh well.
Can you please say pious? Man, whoever put this fucking question, I know what you're trying to do to me. It's because I'm never gonna live it down. Because forever I thought this fucking word was pronounced as pious, and then I found out it was pious. Look, man, I don't know why I thought it was pious, okay? Don't ask.
Are you ever gonna stop being late? Ooh, no. I feel like that's kind of like a core component of my character, which is a bad trait, but, I can't help it. I like to do things at my own pace. I don't know, my time management is ass, so I'm never gonna stop being late.
How much boba is a healthy amount? Yes.
If Disney came out with a new princess movie starring you, what would it be like? Movie title, rating for the theater, potential, storyline. So the movie title, if it had to be starring me, Disney also is known to make their stuff a bit happy. So the title would be probably The Broken Princess. The rating would be rated R, because I like to keep it somewhat true. That princess is gonna see some stuff in their lifetime. Very disturbing things. And then the prince, there will only be a prince strong enough to protect her, I should say, and also be very kind and very understanding of her. The storyline, given that it's a Disney movie, she would probably start off alone, not having much joy, and having to constantly fight for herself at even a young age. So she has to grow up quick and learn to protect herself from all these challenges. And then a prince, potentially, comes by and is strong enough to protect her, either matching her strength or more. And of course, towards the end of the movie, like every Disney movie, they live happily ever after. And now the princess does not feel as broken as she once was. And hopefully that satisfies that question for a Disney movie that would potentially star me.
What's the one item of clothing you couldn't live without? Briefs. They're just really good at supporting my balls. Have you ever had balls that hang that stick to your thighs when you don't have proper underwear down there?
What is your go-to book recommendation? My go-to book recommendation, huh? I've read a lot of books in my lifetime, and for a long time I actually took a very long break from reading books and ended up dabbling into manga and webtoons more because that's all of the time that I could allow myself. But if I had to pick a book to recommend, it would probably be All You Need Is Kill. It's like a pretty short, light novel-esque type of book. It has a movie with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt that was actually really good, but not related to the book whatsoever. I think it's more inspired by the book. And then there's also a manga that was drawn by the author and artist of Death Note. It's a wonderful read. It's one of my favorites. It really makes you think about the cycle of life, and that's why it's one of my favorite books of all time. I've read it, I think, 2 to 3 times, probably.
What is the best way to riz you? For research, of course. Just be genuine, be yourself, know what I like to eat, and yeah, we'll have a good time. Just wing things, That's how I like to do it.
Kamen Rider, Digimon, Power Rangers. You can only keep one. The others vanish forever. Which one are you saving? Why would you even ask this to me? This is a very hard question because of how much each of these mean to me. That said, if I had to choose one, I would choose Digimon. Digimon is always teaching me new things, even after its 20-year run. With all the new iterations, I'm still learning about courage, friendship, knowledge, hope, reliability, sincerity, love, light, and kindness, and even some miracles and destiny here and there. It means a lot to me, and it always will.
What game releases in 2024 are you looking forward to? Honestly, I don't keep track of games that may come out. I do like some open world games that can be chaotic as well. It gives me a lot of freedom, a lot of choices, and I know a lot of people don't like that, but I like that because I like to take my time. Horror games, so like anything scary, I love that stuff. I don't get scared by it, but I do find them entertaining. And lastly, I like cozy games too. Any puzzle, strategy type games that are just really cozy that you can just wind down to, as that's a good portion of my content that I believe I've done is cozy games.
If you were a Christmas gift and you had to be something other than Kite, what would be in your wrapping paper? Oh man, I would probably be a cute puppy. Who doesn't love puppies? Puppies are cute and I'm cute. Woof woof, bark bark.
What other countries would you look to travel for food? I have traveled a lot of places in my life. I have backpacked through Europe. I've backpacked through Asia. I've road tripped through America. I don't know if I can say if there's specific countries that I would look for to travel for food, but I do miss getting cuisine from the source. But here's the thing, right? So growing up as an American, because the fact that America is a first world country, a lot of the dishes that you would love in your home country ends up tasting better in America because the ingredient sourcing is better because of the supply that we have here, which is kind of sad in retrospect when you think about it. I've had times where I would go to said home country and get meals and then realize that it tastes better at home, but I still enjoy it for what it is, because traveling countries for food is not just about the food, it's about the experience and sharing that experience with other people. So I think that's my answer to that question.
Would you still love us all if we were worms? If you were a long-time follower, since the beginning, I kind of made a little insect kingdom. So yeah, I would love you if you guys are all worms.
What is the first thing you would do if you woke up as a MILF? I find this question very interesting because I don't think I've told you guys this, but I can take the form of anything, or anyone, I should say, as well. I do this if I have to get in somewhere, because keep in mind, I'm an autarch with duties that I have to do, which I'm required to terminate or destroy things. So I may need to get in somewhere, and I will take the shape of anything to get in. This also means I may have to be as what you call a MILF to get in somewhere, maybe to charm someone so I can bypass something. I could do it with brute force, but that's not fun. Sometimes I like to be creative. I wouldn't do anything special if I just woke up one day as a MILF. I would just probably look at myself and go, oh, I'm a MILF now.
What's been one of your favorite fan interactions gifts since becoming Kite? Oh man, there was so many. Honestly, I think my favorite fan interaction would have to be the entirety of the meet and greets I did during Cosplay Mania 2023 in the Philippines. Like being able to see the fans and see how excited they were, how enthusiastic they were. That was just so magical to me, and I feel like it really put into perspective how being a VTuber, it was something that was bigger than me. I'm able to bring joy to different people, just as much joy as my viewers bring to me whenever we're able to hang out together. That was such a cheesy answer, my god. Oh, somebody also gave me like dried mango. That was pretty good too, because I'll never say no to dried mango. I'm still waiting for somebody to give me a... Never mind, it's gonna get bleeped out.
If you could describe your life as AO3 tags, archive of our own, what would they be? If I had to describe my life as AO3 tags, holy shit, I don't know. This is actually such a hard question now that I'm thinking about it, because the forefront of my mind of AO3 tags is that I'm thinking about the tags that I like to read instead of the tags that apply to my life. But that's another story within itself. You guys can think about what AO3 tags would be my life. I don't know.
What's it like being a vampire? I feel like it's kind of normal because I'm the kind of vampire that can walk out during daylight, isn't allergic to like garlic or holy water, or repels at the sight of crosses. So I think it's pretty normal. I like it. It's cool. It's not bad. You want to be one? I can help you out. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you have any anime recommendations? It depends on what you're looking for. Are you a seasoned anime fan, or are you just getting into anime? If you are just getting into anime, let's go with that. I would pick something that's safe. If I recommend something to you that's super out of the blue, super left field, you're probably not gonna like anime. That said, I probably would suggest Code Geass or even Demon Slayer. Those are pretty safe picks to me. I would even sometimes, depending on what you like, maybe Attack on Titan or My Hero Academia. All of these are very, very good shows, but also safe picks. If you like that, I might have more recommendations, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
What is your favorite hobby? Well, given my title, I like destroying things, but I also like to wind down too and have ice cream while watching a horror movie and having ice cream. Stuff with ice cream. That stuff is good.
As a fan of the song Coconuts by Kim Petras, I want to know, do you give them different names? For example, a certain someone's milky and creamy. And if so, what are those names? I can probably sing that part for you to give you a proper answer, because there's two different answers to that. So, you know how in the song Kim Petras sings it, I give them different names, Mary Kate and Ashley. So in my case, it's gonna be something like, I give them different names, Taiga Chama and Harmony. Or sometimes, you know, when I really like to get freaky, I'd be like, I give them different names, Kaine Knight and His Majesty. Yeah.
How did you lose all of those other 8 lives? Right, so if you know Taiga lore is the fact that Taiga is on his last life currently, and he's chosen to live his last life with Invicta as a kitty bartender. Let's just assume that I am Puss in Boots and I have lost the other 8 in very mysteriously, maybe stupid ways, but you know. You guys can imagine those yourself, or maybe read the written lore document that I have hidden away, but I digress.
Does being a menace come naturally, or did you practice for years to really own your craft? I don't know. I don't feel like anybody really owns their craft to becoming a menace. It's like you either are a menace or you're not, you know? I don't try to be. I just, you know, like to do what I like to do.
Do you think cereal is soup? No.
You're an angel, right? Not really. Angels are more so bound to this world, this planet. I don't apply to any of that, as I am a god, but not in the term you guys may see. I notice a lot of people when they think of, oh, you're a god, they think I'm bound here. I'm not. I, on the other hand, I'm a god on a universal level. And when I mean universal, I mean the universe itself. I am way, way, way more dangerous than creatures that only are bound to Earth. Mostly because I am designed to be able to terminate almost any target. That's what it comes down to when you have to oversee the universe.
Would you ever cosplay as Jennifer Coolidge for con? You know what? I probably would. I'm gonna show up in that one scene where she's like, wow, you look like the 4th of July. That makes me want a hot dog real bad. Because, like, I remember when we went to Cosplay Mania, they have, like, a hot dog booth. And I remember that's, like, such a staple thing at events in the Philippines where they have, like, the tender, juicy hot dog booth. Not sponsored, by the way. So, like, that's always going to be my destination. It's not even because of the Jennifer Coolidge thing. Like, I just genuinely like hot dogs. They're just so easy to eat.
I know you've had a lot of jobs. What is the worst one you've ever had? There's a lot of them. I've had a lot of terrible fucking jobs. I've done a lot of things. Honestly, being the server is the worst. I'd rather work in the kitchen because basically this is going to be a PSA. Please treat service workers kindly. They go through so much shit for barely any pay, and people will treat you like fucking dog water, and I would never want to do that again. And I know a lot of people have to do that, and it's something I had to do. So I definitely feel for you if you are in that position. But it's probably one of the worst jobs I've ever had. I think that is probably on the same level as being a retail worker, because being a retail worker fucking sucked too. It's basically the same line.
Can you please say nakakapagpagabag? Well, there you go. nakakapagpagabag. You see, I know that people might expect that I would have a hard time saying nakapagpagabag, but the thing is, since I studied in Manila when I was younger, like it was such a thing back then where like my classmates would keep on asking to say it, so we just all reach a point where we're all well versed at saying it.
What is my favorite music genre? Country music. Nah, I'm just kidding. I kind of like all types of genres, but if I really had to pick one, it'd probably be J-Rock. I don't know, listening to J-Rock kind of gives you like that isekai feeling, like you're in another world or you're like the main character. I don't know, I just like those vibes, especially when you're in the gym. Try it out.
What is the country that you want to visit? Oh my god! Oh, there's so many. Cause like I've already visited some of them. Like Japan, of course, is my number one. Philippines will always have a special heart. Special heart? Will always have a special place in my heart. Along with places like Thailand, Malaysia, so on and so forth. But if there's one country I haven't had the chance to visit yet that I would really want to, it's probably Australia. Hey mate. What favorite word do you have other than penis? Dingaling? No, I think I really like eggplant, schlong, trunk, junk. The list goes on, man. If your dingaling could make a sound when it got aroused, what sound would that be? Boop. Yep, that's the sound. You're welcome.
Do you have a least favorite Pokemon? Mousehold. I can't stand that thing. Not anymore. If you were the MC, would you go on your route or His Majesty's route? What kind of question is that? When I stream, I explicitly say, every single time, you are engaged to His Majesty. You're engaged to His Majesty. Of course I'm going on His Majesty's route. That's the way the game is played. Every single time I stream, I tell you.
How would you like to spend your free time? What would a perfect day be like for you? A perfect day. I think a perfect day would just be, I don't know, relaxing, destroying things for fun. Mostly not on Earth. I have destroyed other planets that you guys have yet to discover that may turn into meteorites, asteroids, and so on.
What is your favorite Final Fantasy realm? Oh my god. Hands down, Final Fantasy XIV's Ishgard. It is just so magical to me. I think this is not even a secret anymore. People know how much the season of winter means to me. So the fact that Ishgard combined with the architecture, oh man, the developers just did such a good job with that map. And it's a place I wish I could actually visit in real life, but obviously it is what it is.
Thoughts on sweets and favorite dessert? I love sweets, but admittedly, I don't eat as much of them as I used to. I do really love tres leches. It's very nice. It's a great treat to have every once in a while. And many of you know how much I love boba, though I always get it with less sugar or not at all. I have a very minor sweet tooth now, but I still like some sweets now and then.
Favorite fried chicken flavor and way to eat fried chicken? Oh man, oh there's so many. There's this one place I used to eat at when I was like around probably freshman to sophomore year. I believe it's called Buffalo's. It was very pricey though at the time, at least for me, because you know I was dirt poor. Like I only would eat there during special occasions, and I would order like the spiciest flavor they have, because like they have different assortments of like spicy flavors, right? So I would go all the way up to the spiciest, and I don't know, I have a high tolerance for spicy food, and yeah, that was so good. And way to eat fried chicken, shove it in your mouth. I forgot to mention, I would order boneless, but if there are bones, then...
What is one of your favorite things to do in your free time? If you have been following my Twitter, you would probably know that I love to cook and I love to eat. And in the same vein, I love also finding random third places. If you don't know what third place is, it's basically like little pockets of existence that you can hide into. Cafes, libraries, stuff like that, you know, things where you can escape to when you need to be freed of being at home.
Pour gloves? Yes, they stay on.
Furry adjacent. What's a furry adjacent? Huh? Is my pubic hair a furry adjacent? Is furry adjacent like a furry I relate to? Does Taiga count as a furry? Can he be my furry adjacent? I mean, he's technically a furry. Kaine's technically a furry because, like, you know, they have fur on their ears and, I don't know, they might have fur on their butt crack as well. I mean, you'll never know until you peek, right? Maybe I should check later. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Why do you find Earth so interesting? Shit's trash. I can't really answer that one. Mostly not because I don't want to, don't get me wrong, as I have a strange affinity towards this planet. I don't know why, as I'm also tasked to destroy this planet. I have yet to do so, mostly because there are questions I have yet to find answers to, that being why I like Earth so much, as well as the fact that I won't destroy it until the members of Invicta eventually pass on. If I also found my answer, I will then proceed to destroy the Earth. It's just what I have to do, no hard feelings. But judging by this question, you don't mind.
Why do you flirt with Taiga so much? I don't know. I love the man. Sexually. I also like making him miserable. That's always a perk. Sorry, Taiga.
If you could only listen to one song for the rest of the day, what would it be? The song is called Shiki no Uta by the late Japanese DJ Nujabes or Sebujin. I could listen to that song for hours.
What is your favorite dish to cook? If I had to give someone a good size amount of food, I would probably just make a lasagna for them. I know how to make a really, really good one, that's for sure. Taiga would know.
If there was a food that you would never eat, I don't know. I'm not really a picky eater. I mean, if I could avoid, maybe I was never really a fan of cucumber, to be honest. I don't really mind eating anything. I mean, I've had grasshoppers, maggots, just not a picky man. Who is your favorite League of Legends character? I have 3. Kled, Set, and Karma. Karma's a bitch. Not an actual bitch. She's awesome.
What is your Christmas wish list? This is so funny because even my family asks me this question every year and I have no answer because I am perfectly content with the things I have in life.
World peace. Oh no. My Christmas wish list? Good health. Would be nice if my penis grew an extra inch. That's a lie.
I don't think I really have one, to be honest. There's not really anything I want. I know a lot of people do put stuff on their wish list. I don't know. I don't know someone who wants much.
I don't have a big one. I just want to be with loved ones. Make sure everybody is having a good time. I don't ask for much, so I don't really have a wish list. You guys are my wish list. That's it.
I would like to have better health going forward. I would like to continue doing this career. I would like to still be with Invicta. And yeah, stuff like that. I think that would be my Christmas wish list.
Just financial stability. I don't know. You can't really put financial stability on a Christmas wish list, huh? I don't know. Financial stability to be able to continue to help my family. Can I ask for a pony? A pony would be nice. A doggo. Not Kaine Knight. He has too many fleas. Just a normal doggo. Shih Tzu would be cool. Let's roll with that.
All I want for Christmas is you, baby.
Which Christmas song could you see yourself singing really well? Oh wow. You know, it's so funny because I've done a Christmas karaoke before. How about rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday, getting some nachos at Taco Bell and shoving them in yeah.
Last Christmas by Wham, George Michael, or probably Jingle Bell Rock. I don't know who sings Jingle Bell Rock, but the only reason why it's because of Mean Girls. I think I might be able to sing that one.
I don't know if I would want to sing any of the Christmas songs, to be honest. It'd either be Jingle Bells, how they did it in Mean Girls, if you've seen that movie before. I think maybe if I really had to pick one, I would think All I Want for Christmas. The one that also Mariah Carey is very well known for.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away. Yeah, that's it.
Definitely not anything Mariah Carey sings for Christmas. What's that song called? Or it kind of goes like this. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That song probably. If you guys know it, let me know.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree.
What did you accomplish this year that you're most proud of? By the time you see this video, it will be done already, but I am very proud of me getting my master's, is what you mortals call it. And surprisingly, I did very, very well during my time of taking it. But I'm very proud of that, as I was able to, even at my age, going back into it, I was able to learn something new.
I got partner. That took way too long and too much effort, but I got partner. And I honestly just met a lot of content creation goals that I didn't even really set for myself, but ended up achieving anyway, which I think made the victory even sweeter. And it makes me proud that I am able to do this and I'm executing the things that I want to the best of my capabilities. Content creation is not easy. And somehow, some way, I'm still able to do it. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity to do so.
I started drifting. You know, I lived in Japan for 3 years, and I don't know why, but I never did it first 3 years I was here, and I just decided to do it 2 months before I left. Kind of crazy, right? I'm kind of good at it. I think I'm going to carry on trying it.
There's no one thing that I can pick. There is so much that happened this year. Conventions, partner, our community, the Kaine Knight Direct, Invicta as a whole, just all of the different achievements that we've done together. And there's no one thing that I'm happy that we accomplished this year. All of it. I'm happy for all of it.
I think, oh god, here we go. We're gonna get cheesy again. I think an accomplishment this year that I'm proud of is just being able to build the community that we did. I say we because I think a lot of the community that we built is thanks to the viewers, the fans, the Kitekin, the Manor Dwellers, the Autarkians. No, sorry, I say Autarkians. I like to, that's what I like to call Harmony, or like his viewers as a meme. That's not what they're actually called though, but I digress. I think that's an accomplishment for me because I'm really happy with the community that we built. Super chill. I mean, sometimes there's going to be some nuts or weirdos that we have to weed out, but I feel like that's like every community. I'm a weirdo myself. Have you heard my answers to some of these questions? But you know, just not the type of weird that goes a bit overboard where it's disruptive.
What has been your favorite moments while being with Invicta? I feel like every moment's kind of like a favorite moment. I don't know how I stumbled upon these guys, but I did. And I'm really glad I did. Everybody's unique in their own way, and you know, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Cheers to Invicta.
I hate those bastards. I'm just kidding.
There's many, and I have one for everyone, actually, to be honest. That comes right off the bat that I can think of almost all the time. I did this with Taiga, who I also call Kitty, and we played a game called It Takes Two. Now, there's a lot of motion, and if you know Kitty, he has the motion debuff, also known as motion sickness, and it's really bad. But he knew this, I told him, and he took meds. Okay. Now, in the end, when we got to the certain part, it was so bad, so chaotic, that the meds simply did not work anymore, and he did have to go pukey in the bathroom. But that's not the memorable part. I'm just telling you guys in brief the whole story. What really is memorable is what happened when we entered into the section. That became really chaotic and caused him to do that in the end. It's when he had to fly a plane. He was in charge. We couldn't pick. I had to shoot. He had to fly. The controls are inverse to fly. He immediately crashed the plane. But I laughed so hard that eventually I said, when it started again, my life is in your hands. And immediately after I said that, crashed it right into a rock. And we died again.
I think my favorite moments with Invicta are the moments where we're not on screen. The moments where we share each other's company, whether it be watching movies, playing games, or just there's something about brotherhood that means a lot to me. Wouldn't trade them for the world. I'm a very fiercely loyal person. When I consider you one of my people, I trust you, and I will take care of you, and I will protect you.
Another one would be with Kite. We played a Fall Guys collab together. He was doing these impressions, and I don't know, they were really funny to me. I was laughing so much with him. We had a really good time.
Just anytime we get to hang out in VC, like I feel like I've become so close to the brothers that I've been able to just constantly hang out with. And I feel like that's why we've grown so close. Like, we're just there for each other. We keep each other updated. We keep each other in everyone's lives. I think a lot of the favorite moments happens behind the scenes because that's where we're able to really bond. I mean, y'all know how hard it is to get us together and collab. I feel like it's those candid off-cam moments that I've really enjoyed with the brothers.
And then with Nico, we played a game called the Entitled Goose Game. I also found that very funny with him. Then lastly, this one was also really funny. It was with Kaine, and we played Dying Light. So I played the game before I beat it, everything, so I'm skilled in it. Him, on the other hand, he was just playing, and we were on a tower, and if you haven't played Dying Light, or if you played the second one, you know trash bags break your fall, and you don't take any fall damage. So we were on a tower, and it was pretty lethal if you just jump down and land on nothing. So he wondered if it was safe. I said yes. I jumped down, and I make it. I said, see, it's easy. You can do it. He trusted me, and he proceeds to jump down. And as he gets closer to the ground, I realize he's going a little bit higher than where he should be, because I'm standing above the trash bags. And I uttered the words right before he lands, maybe.
Which of the brothers would make the best roommates? Who would be the worst? I think Nick might be the best roommate because he sleeps most of the time. That just means it's quiet.
I feel like Taiga would be a good roommate, only because he like knocks the fuck out when he sleeps. And who would be the worst? That'd probably be Kite, because he snores like a fucking truck.
I don't think I would want to be roommates with any of them, to be honest. I like being alone in my own room, in my own space, because I feel like if I room with Taiga, he's gonna just scold me every day and want to keep things tidy in a certain way.
You know what? I actually don't know. This is like a really difficult question because I think everyone has their own set of quirks, but I think everyone's responsible enough to take care of their own space, where I would be completely fine with being roommates with everyone.
All the brothers, I believe, are fine to room with. But if I really had to pick a roommate, I would probably pick Taiga, only because I believe Kitty would place items back originally where they were, so I don't have to worry about that. Please.
Probably the same for Harmony. Plus, he's massive. He's gonna occupy a lot of space. You know, Kaine would have been nice, but I don't want to have to deal with his fur, you know, whenever he's at that period of the year where he's molting and he's gonna leave a lot of furs. And I did mention the fleas earlier, so there's that.
The worst roommate, maybe Kite. I will not elaborate. Love you, Kite.
And who would be the worst? Now, I'll say this again. You know, I could room with all of them, but out of the group itself, I think the worst would have to be Kaine. Now, hear me out. He is a dog, a wolf, whatever. He's a canine breed. And if you've seen his tail, it is long and very big. Okay, there's a lot of range in that tail. Now, I know when a dog gets excited or happy, they can't control their tail. So if he starts wagging his tail, he's going to sweep or knock so many items to the floor. I think even if I told him to tuck his tail into his pants, that tail will wiggle free or rip out of those pants. But I don't think he's bad. I just think he's gonna make a mess with his tail mostly doing it because he can't control it.
My personal favorite would probably be Harmony. Only because Harmony and I are the daddy and mommy of Invicta, and we're the responsible parents of Invicta. The worst? Probably Nikolas. Nikolas makes my life a living hell, but I still love him anyway. He's my special little mosquito. I love and cherish him very much. But goddamn, does he fucking make me go insane.
I roomed with Nikolas once during our event guesting in the Philippines, so maybe he wouldn't be that bad. He minds his own space, I mind my own space. You know what, yeah, probably Nikolas. Who would be the worst? Everybody.
If you had to switch lore and model with one of your brothers, who would it be and why? Now, that's a really good fucking question. You know, I think if I had to switch lore and model, I'd probably switch with Nikolas. Because Nikolas has the colors and the vibes that I like. and also long hair. I would just make him tan. I can't be a pale vampire. I can't do it. I don't care if that's supposed to be lore accurate to be pasty Casper white. I need to be hot tan.
Maybe Harmony. I don't know. Harmony's concept is just cool as who wouldn't want to be a god?
I would probably do Kite because he is a dragon. I think he's very strong. Yeah, so that would be the reason why.
I probably would switch with Taiga, to be honest. Feel like I would enjoy bartending. I would like to kind of socialize. And I'm such a fan of that one series on Netflix called Midnight Diner. Because in that series, right, there's this guy that entertains customers. And because of like the variety of customers he entertains, there's like interesting stories and conversations that he has with different people from different walks of life. So I feel like it would be the same with Taiga as a bartender. If any of the other brothers are secretly a stripper, then sure, I don't mind switching with them as well. It's probably me. Never mind.
I would probably pick Nick. As a vampire hunter, it's still very much in line with the kind of person that I am, and I find that very intriguing. I would love to learn more about the world that he's built, and I think that's just really, really cool. I can still be a knight of sorts, but bloodier. What's wrong with that?
What's one goal you have for Invicta to accomplish by your next anniversary? That's such an easy question to answer. My goal for Invicta by the next anniversary, hopefully, is to be able to meet up with each other, be under one roof, be in one room, and make out passionately.
You know, the fact that we got to 2 years is an insurmountable achievement for me. I think a lot of groups can last a year, but getting to the second year is harder. That's something I'm deeply appreciative and proud of every single member for, that we've been able to keep it together for this long. There were definitely moments as a group where I did not know if we would last, and I'm glad that we were able to overcome those difficulties and become stronger people afterwards. And there's one goal that I would love for us to achieve. It's to honestly get on more bigger screens, have more con appearances, sell out more merch, meet up with fans, autograph signings, offline collabs. I want us to be able to breach the gap of computer screen to person. I think it'd be really nice if we were all on the same page.
In one word, to sum it up simply, more. I just want to do more with my beloved brothers. I want to keep reaching new heights. I want to keep hitting new goals. What those goals are, I don't know. I just want to do more. And I know with these brothers at my side, we can do it.
That's a hard one to answer, but I have a simple goal, and I just hope that all of us can continue our journey together the next following year. I do enjoy my Invicta family, so that's all. I just hope we all stick together for the next year.
Make it big? I don't know. I feel like we've come pretty far in the short amount of time we've been doing it. Some of us, haven't been carrying on like the others only because we have obligations and whatnot, and I respect that. I think by next year we could really make a name for ourselves or something like that. Hopefully. We'll see.
No, but yeah, I think like a 5-man off collab where Invicta's just in one room would be great, and then the saucy stuff comes out.
I think that's all the questions, and thank you for taking your time to submit it, and thank you for being with Invicta for as long as you have.
And that is also the last question, my boy.
Love you guys. Bye.
That's me!